it. And guys, trust me, I tell you that we'll get there someday. And also as well, it's also the third year anniversary of Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. So that's why I said it's a 3-in-1 celebration today. And yes, talking about celebration. Yes, we have a special guest that will be joining us at the turn of 6:15 in person of Super Eagles former international. Yes, Benedict Akwaegbu will be joining us. At the turn of 6:15, and he would, talk about. I mean, it's going to be a very, very wonderful discussion. Yes, with Benedict Akwaegbu. But then, joining me on the show as well is not the person, but Okpeyemi Akionde, who is at the other side of the table this evening. I know it's going to feel so strange for him. Okpeyemi, good evening. What's going on?
I'm very good. It doesn't feel strange.
Well,
I've always wanted to be on this side.
Okay.
See, being on the other side, it limits my conversation because I'm just going to host the show and allow you guys to have the conversation. So this is exactly where I always want to be. Let's analyze the conversation. Let's build up the fact. It's an amazing time today. It's the 64th year anniversary of our independence as a nation. It is also a new month celebration, and more importantly, this amazing station, the sound of Lagos, the #1 talk radio in Lagos, and the station that gives you the biggest drive-time sports show on the radio. Well, 3 years today, I was celebrating. Hey, it's been so colorful in the station today. Men came fully loaded. You needed to see.
You need to see the way Okpeyemi is dressed.
I feel so fly, by the way. I feel so cool. I feel like the sport minister right now.
Yeah, no worry. You'll get there someday. You get there.
Senator, your job is safe.
You get there someday. You get there. So, anyways, unfortunately, Akintayo is unable to make it to the studios today. He has to, go do one or two things as well. But then, okay, we have a lot to talk about today. Former Nigerian international Benedict Akwaegbu will be joining us at the turn of 6:15. Immediately after a short break, we also have Champions League games as well later tonight. I want to say the biggest game for tonight has to be PSG up against Arsenal. We also have Bayer Leverkusen as well up against AC Milan. That means, it's a very big game. We have 3 Nigerian internationals. We have Victor Boniface, Nathan Taylor up against our own Samuel Chukwueze. So 3 Nigerians will be involved in that particular one as well. And also earlier today, we also got the news as well that Samuel Eto'o has been banned from. The president of the Cameroon Football Federation has been banned from going to see his nation's football games.
Male and female.
Both male and female.
Even age grade.
Even age grade.
even future lions.
It's just so sad. But
it's been long coming. The whole problem didn't start today. From the issues he's had with the managers of the national team. There are also rumors of his involvement in some domestic, some Cameroonian football club sides and all of that.
Match fixing.
It's just been a pumper of a lot of things. And when I saw the story of the ban yesterday, I just figured out that 6 months is enough time. And maybe Samuel Eto'o feels need to sit back, relax, and take back and ask himself that we agreed to the fact that you're arguably the greatest African player of all time in terms of your cabinet is imposing and intimidating. But more importantly, you need to understand the fact that you're leading the federation right now. And when leading the federation, everybody's interest must be absolutely respected.
Very
Plus
true.
the members of the executive, to the national team manager, to the 8th-grade managers, to the female football, to the club administrators. It is not always about Samuel Eto'o feels alone. So he's not even challenging the suspension, by the way, according to the stories that we read. So I think he's just going to sit back and just say, you know what, let me use this 6 months to relax. It's been pump
6 months to the whole lot.
Adrenaline of is Samuel Eto'o today. If he's not attacking a journalist at the airport, he's doing this, he's pushing the national team manager, he's talking to. It's just been a whole lot of issues. It's
quite unfortunate for Samuel Eto'o. Being the president of the Cameroon Football Federation, also known as FECAFOOT as well.
They have their schools, exactly.
But there is one thing that happens when you know that the president of the football federation is live at your games. And it's very, very important even for 8th-grade competitions. The likes of the under 17, the likes of the under 20, when you knew that, come on, the president is here as seniors. Well, anyways, that's quite unfortunate. But then we also got to hear as well earlier today as well that Andres Iniesta is set to retire
finally,
after 2 decades of playing football professional. I did your 40, Okoyemi, 40 years. I mean, it's been at the top of football. We saw that Pep Guardiola made a famous statement now when he spoke to Xavi, and he said, Xavi, you are going to retire me, but then we found a player that is going to retire both of us, and that is Andres Iniesta in that particular one. I mean, it's going to be very, very wonderful. Anyways, we'll be going for a break now. We have to pay some bills, but then at the turn of 6:15, after immediately when we come back from a quick break, yes, we'll speak to Benedict Akwebu, and yes, he's going to be telling us and speaking to us about a whole lot of things. Don't forget, it's 64 years of independence for Nigeria, as well as 3 years of 3 years of doing this, talking to you here on Mela 98.3 FM. Let's go on a quick break, and when we come back, yes, we'll speak to Benedict Akwebu.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Looking for reliable logistics solutions? Welcome to WG Global Limited, where logistics is redefined. We specialize in freight forwarding, customs brokerage, local logistics, import and export services, and even travels and tours for seamless, efficient service. Visit us at 13 Aɗeìdòwú Street, Aviation Estate, Mafoluku, Oshodi. Call us today at 0814-706-8472 or 0809-578-8867. Send an email at info@boagatesglobal.com or visit the website www.boagatesglobal.com for more details. Boagate Global Limited, logistics redefined.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Chai, my head oh.
Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan?
My village people don't come again oh.
This one with your body hot so, you don't do test?
Yes, see result oh.
Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am.
Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Looking for reliable logistics solutions? Welcome to WG Global Limited, where logistics is redefined. We specialize in freight forwarding, customs brokerage, local logistics, import and export services, and even travels and tours for seamless, efficient service. Visit us at 13 Aɗeìdòwú Street, Aviation Estate, Mafoluku, Oshodi. Call us today at 0814-706-8472 or 0809-578-8867. Send an email at info@boagatesglobal.com or visit the website www.boagatesglobal.com for more details. Boagate Global Limited, logistics redefined.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Open defecation in Nigeria perpetuates a cycle of poor health, environmental degradation, and undermines human dignity. With approximately 47 million people practicing open defecation nationwide, Nigeria ranks among the top countries globally with the highest number of individuals who lack access to proper sanitation facilities. The stats look grim. The overriding effect in itself can be terrible to our general well-being. In that light, we from Mainland 98.3 FM call on the government to increase its efforts in providing public toilets to end this scourge. And we also encourage the citizenry to imbibe proper hygiene and not defecate in public.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were?
You dey find ways to save your data. You go first start out with your apps. Delete apps where you know they use, but other things go still dey. Some apps get data saver modes, make you activate them to control the data usage. You fit also go your setting, make you off the auto updates them. Then make you also close apps where you know they use to save your data when you know they use your apps. This small change go fit help you save your data well. For more information, make you go your mobile operator website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for better tips. Make we dey connect and enjoy our data use well. This message they come from the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators wey join body with the Nigerian Communication Commission.
Chai, my head oh.
Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? Eh?
My village people don't come again oh.
This one wey your body hot so, you don do test?
Yes, see result oh.
Oga landlord, no be your village people o. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am.
Thank you Oga Luta. I don dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Looking for reliable logistics solutions? Welcome to WG Global Limited, where logistics is redefined. We specialize in freight forwarding, customs brokerage, local logistics, import and export services, and even travels and tours for seamless, efficient service. Visit us at 13 Aɗeìdòwú Street, Aviation Estate, Mafoluku, Oshodi. Call us today at 0814-706-8472 or 0809-578-8867. Send an email at info@boagatesglobal.com or visit the website www.boagatesglobal.com for more details. Boagate Global Limited, logistics redefined.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
World, you come and you go. Story of my life. I'll bring up my ones on grinding, not getting by, but it's all timing. I don't mind it, it's all
right, Lagos, you're welcome back to Sport Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And yes, joining us on this special Independence edition of Sport Cruise is no other person but Benedict Akwebu. Yes, for our profiling, you want to say yes, he's a former Nigerian international. He was part of the Super Eagles contingent at the 2002 World Cup right there in Korea, Japan as well, and he even prosecuted the game against England. He also played for Nigeria on the 17, on the 20s, and even on the 23s as well, and is affectionately called as the Austrian Bomber after fantastic displays in the Austrian League, thereby winning the Austrian Cup, Super Cup, as well as the Austrian League, and as well as is also the first Nigerian to play in France as well as the Chinese League. Mr. Benedict, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. I'm happy I'm on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Benedict. We appreciate you. Happy Independence, Mr. Benedict.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's just drive the conversation. Mr. Benedict, it's been 64 years of Nigeria. I mean, even before Nigeria gained independence back in 1960, Nigeria has always been participating in international sporting activities. And 64 years later, the sports industry has become more significant and has a long list of memorable experiences, even both positive as well as negative. But then, Mr. Benedict, let's just look at Nigeria's progress from 1960 to date. How well do you think Nigerian sports has progressed?
Yeah, I think Nigerian sport is progressing well, but we have not gotten there yet. We have not gotten there. You can see that the European standard is very high, So, but we are doing our best. I think they are trying to see that we get there, but we have not got there yet. But we are doing our best. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Benedict. Now, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Back in your days, former Nigerian international, you were well known back there in Austria, popularly known as the Austrian bomber. But let's just talk about Nigerian football, especially the 8th grade competitions, Mr. Benedict. Now, we saw the fact that you progressed through the ranks. The likes of the under-17, the likes of the under-20, under-23, playing for the dream team. There's this progression that you had back then when you still played professionally. And also you want to say as well that you're perhaps one of the few players as well that's also, progressed and also gone through that series, Mr. Benedict. What exactly has gone wrong? Why are we not seeing, the same thing right here at the NFF? Why is it that when players represent Nigeria at the under-17, we don't see them anymore? We just see them move straight up to either the Super Eagles, or we don't even hear from them anymore, Mr. Benedict?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, back in the days, the players are picked on merit. I could remember when I was picked in Sᴘᴏʀᴛs College. I was in college when I was picked by Sebastian Brody. And the whole platoon said, he's in secondary school, he's very young, because those days Brody go to all the states in Nigeria and he picked the best five players and they bring them together and they will screen and they pick out the best. But these days we are not doing the same thing. We forgot our tradition, we forgot how we used to do things, So we must do things on merit. We are not doing things on merit. So that's why things are not going well. Now I'm happy that the league has improved. You can see that teams are winning away, So this has never happened before. But now our league are beginning to get better and better, So we have to do something also in the national team. We cannot keep on doing the same thing and expect a different result, This is why we have not been successful the past year. We did not qualify for the World Cup the last 4 years, and now we are in a tight corner, So we must do our things professionally. So this is my take. We have to decide what we want. We must take a coach and name him and give him chance, give him time for him to excel. Just like Finidi George, when they brought him, they did not give him time, You need to give coaches time. You need to give players time. If you want to win the title, you need to plan. You cannot bring a coach now, and you expect result immediately. It doesn't work like that, So this is the thing. We need to be more professional. We need to take decisions, We have to name a coach and decide who this is our coach. Not tomorrow we bring a Gavon, tomorrow Pizarro, tomorrow this one. It doesn't work that way. You have to bring a coach. It's okay, we give you 3 years contract. We give you the confidence, we give you everything. For the meantime, we don't expect results. Build a team for us, Then the coach have time to build a team for us. So this is one of the mistakes that we are making. And we have to carry everybody along. The NFF is not carrying people along. This is why we are not growing. We must bring everybody. We must work with all the international. It doesn't matter. A lot of people, they play for the country, they labor for the country. Nobody is giving them the chance, So these are one of the things that they really need to address, We have a lot of new generation players. They have stopped playing. We have to engage these boys. They played in the league. They played from the country. They have a lot they will bring for the national team, but we are not giving them the opportunity. So these are the things. That's why our football is not moving forward,
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Benedict. I also have in the studio joining me on the program, yes, my senior boss, in person of 𝐴ᴑ Kiyonde, who also has 1 or 2 questions as well to throw at you, Mr. Benedict.
Okay, boss, good evening. Welcome to the show, and thank you for choosing to be our guest today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Okay. And so let's get straight up into the conversation. Just like, my host said, you went through the ranks. You played the under 17, you played the under 20, you played the Dream Team under 23. You went to the Korea Japan 2002 World Cup under the tutelage of Chief Aɗɪṛyᴏ Oᴘᴇɪᴇ.
Yeah.
I remember how good, how much fit you were in that game against the Three Lions of England. It was a day I could never forget. And all through that period, we also know that your generation was at some point in time maybe the outgoing golden generation of the team. Now, 64 years after our independence, we've had only 3 African Cup of Nations victory. And we have countries like Egypt that have won so much. You have countries like Cameroon that have also won so much. But you admit that all of these countries are listed. They don't even have close to the level of talent that we have in this country. At some point, we were termed the second largest exporter of football in the world, behind Brazil. We've not won the World Cup. We've never got into the final. We've never got into the semi-final. We've never even got into the quarterfinals. The best we had was the USA 94. What has affected our growth in this country that we've not been able to take advantage of the talents that we have?
I think the biggest problem is leadership. That's the problem. It's leadership. We have people that run the NFF. They are not good leaders. I'm sorry to say that, This is leadership is our problem. We keep on recycling things and we expect to get the same result. It will not work, We need a strong leadership. We have a lot of players scattered all over. Nigeria have the team to win the World Cup. They're the first African team in the history to win the World Cup. Nigeria have the potential to write their name in gold. But our problem is leadership. A lot of people are psychopaths, and this is the problem that we have. And also some of the internationals, they don't unite, they don't cooperate, they are fighting themselves. And this is one of the biggest problems. And time is going, we are not growing younger, So our problem in all these things is leadership. It's leadership,
Yeah.
So this is the thing, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult because the FA chairman, they are friends, and they select who becomes the NFF president. And this is the problem. So it continues. And these are the things. If we don't put our house together, if we don't write, children will pay the price. And this is what is happening now. We don't have good infrastructures. We don't have they don't pay our players good. It seems it's going bad. Now, maybe we don't go to the next World Cup. We didn't go to the last World Cup. Look at the kind of players that we have. We have players like Osimhen. We have players like Lookman, We have a lot of players that can make us win the World Cup. But we are not doing the right thing. This is the problem. Leadership is our problem. I keep on saying this all the time. You understand? If we don't change our mentality, it will stay the same. So this is what I can say.
Okay. Thank you. There's also been talks of this, in quotes, sense of entitlement by ex-internationals that, they want to do this. Remember, there was a time where Austin J. Okocha was the chairman of the Delta FA, took over from Chief Amaju Pinnick and all of that. But in your own observation, how much more do you think?
My own observation is that it doesn't matter who gets the leadership. It doesn't matter. We see the man in Remo is doing an excellent job. At least he has demonstrated that he will be a good leader. He has created a team for himself. He paid the players. He run it professionally. He won the league. He came second in the league. It doesn't matter who is the leader. We just need to search for the right person. And everybody needs to come together and say, let's put somebody on merit. And this is how we can excel. It doesn't matter if it's a footballer. A lot of footballers, they are not good administrators, It doesn't matter if you're a footballer, you're an administrator. This is people, they get it wrong. They get it wrong. It doesn't matter. We need a good person as a good leadership. It doesn't matter if it's a footballer, it's not a footballer, it's this. Let us do our things on merit, you understand? And get somebody that can do it, can change the football, can do things on merit. When we are putting coaches, let us put coaches on merit. Anything that we are doing, let us, you see, things will come up. Pay your coaches, you understand? Give them good salary, give them good houses, give them good money. They will not care to take bribe from players or look for money because they
Very
really
true.
get. But when you don't pay coaches for 8 months, what do you expect the coaches to do? You understand? So this is the thing. We have to run our things professionally to the core if we want to excel. Look at the way it is in Europe. Why is Nigerians supporting Arsenal, they're supporting Chelsea, they're supporting other teams? Why they have like because of in Europe they did their things in a professional way. They pay the players very well. They do the nice stadium, the infrastructure is fantastic, you know. So these are the things. We have long way to go, you know. So I don't know, but what I feel is we don't have good leadership. This is our biggest problem.
Okay, Mr. Benedict Akwegu, before we let you go, I also know that you've gotten involved with grassroots football for a while. I mean, you founded a couple of academies, started off with Mbese Lion FC. Now you have Ben Akwegu FC in Jos. You've also decided to go back to school, you know, to pursue a degree in mental health nurse at the Angela Ruskin University in England. Now, is this your own way of, passing message to active footballers that they won't be footballers forever and they should plan for life after retirement?
Yes, every player should know. This should be a lesson to them that they should not expect anything from NFF when they retire. That's number one. They should not expect
they're on their own.
No, listen to me. They should not expect anybody that is playing for Nigeria. Play for Nigeria, that is your father's land. But don't expect that after your career, the NFF will look after you. Yakini died. What did NFF did? They did nothing. When Yakini had problem, and this is the thing I'm telling you about leadership, we need somebody with a vision, you know. When you have people like Megiri, people like Lulu, when they were NFF president, a lot of ex-internationals, like Yakini, like so many of them, they would have rescued them. You understand? Because they suffer for the country. So tell me how many ex-players that works in the NFF. Tell me. This is the thing. We don't tell ourselves the truth. And this is why we keep on paying the price. Because I have to move away from this football thing. You know, I have to show the players that they should look for a way. I created my own team at Quibu United. I employed some ex-players. I paid them salary to give back to the society. You know? I want to give back. I want to help people. I want to do things for the ex-footballers. They are not looking after the ex-footballers, the NFF. They are doing nothing for the ex-footballers. So this is why I always say to them, we have the players like Essen, you know, you can also make him a scout. What does it cost you? We have so many players. Now a lot of players have stopped playing, the new generation. Why are you not putting them to work in the NFF? Why not? We have a lot of players that are just finished, the new generation. I'm not even talking about the old generation. The new generation of, put them in the under 20. John Otaka, he asked for a coach. Give him the coach. Why don't you give him the coach? He played for Nigeria. He labored for this country. Encourage him. Call him John Otaka. Come and coach the under 20. Why not give him to coach? This is the thing. That's why you see, I want to do my things. I don't like the way they do. They don't treat ex-players well. It's not enough what they are doing to ex-players. I can tell you. You can check it by yourself when you see the NFF settings, how many new generation ex-players are here. So how do you encourage people to play for the national team? This is the reason why players like David Alaba, players like Asaka, they prefer to play in England because when they finish their playing for their the career, they can become band, they can give them coaches, they can give them a good job in England. These are the things. And they think being a football administrator is beyond what they are seeing. You have to carry the ex-players. The ex-players that play for your national team, pension when they get old. their pension is for them to be coaches on the under-20, coaches on the under-17, on the coordinator, female team. They have a lot of things they can put these ex-players, you know. They are not doing it. They keep on putting the same people all the time. How can you be recycling the same people for years, for decades? It's not nice. It's not fair, and people are clapping. And some of the journalists, they don't have matters, you know, because when you talk, they start challenging you. But this is the reality. This is the truth on the table. You cannot be recycling the same people all the time and you expect results. It will not happen. These other players, they play for Nigeria. Everybody plays for Nigeria. Why do you treat some people, you keep on recycling the same people all the time? And you ask, why is football not moving forward? You understand? So this is what I have to say. We have to change our mentality and we have to run things professionally, you know. So I'm a mental health nurse. I'm a general nurse. I have my BS in hands, you know, and I'm doing my master's degree now in general nursing, and I want to help people's lives, you know. I want to treat people. I treat people already. I give injection and all. That's the thing I want to do. I want to move away a little bit from football, you know, and do other things in life, because football is a lot of mafias and a lot of cliques and a lot of things. And it's everywhere is the same. In England, they don't do. When you are playing, it's different. When you are playing, they do it on merit. They have no choice, because when you play, you score. They cannot take you out of the team. But when you want to be a coach of Arsenal now, you have to be in the system. You have to play. You have to be in the clique. You know, when you want to be something in a state, you have to do politics with the governor of the state. If the governor has to be your friend. When this governor go, another governor come, he bring his friends, he put his political friends. It's just like the minister, you know. So these are the things. They in Nigeria, they give position on the party you are in. So if you are in APC, if you do well with APC, if you are in that state, they will make you chairman of the football of that state. If another the government comes in, they will change. This is the problem they have. You don't do things on merit. All the clubs are run by government. Any government that comes inside, he brings his own people. There's no continuity. And everybody knows that, when this governor is there, is my friend, let me take what I want to take. We keep on doing the same thing all the time, you know. State in Nigeria, I was in Imo State. I know what I went through there. You know, when Richard made me the assistant general manager of Heartland, I know what I went through in Heartland. So that's why I decided to just do my own thing, you know. And I'm so happy. It's a very wonderful experience if you are a nurse, you know. So this is the thing. You know.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Benedict Akwebo. Thank you so much for joining us and for spending part of your time with us. Part of your valuable time, I want to say, with us on Sports Cruise on 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. We appreciate you for all that you've said, and we wish you all the best ahead of the future, Mr. Benedict.
Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. I pray that everything will be better, and we hope that things get better. And I would like to keep on talking in your radio all the time.
Yeah.
I appreciate all your good work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
We'll keep in touch.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, yes, that was Benedict Akwebo. Yes, sir, a former Nigerian international. And it's been a very, very, very wonderful conversation with him. He made mention of bad leadership at the NFF. He also made mention of the fact that even despite finishing or retiring from football, he had to do some courses, and that goes to say that there's life after playing football, isn't it, Okwemi?
I mean, that shouldn't be
but we have a lot of players that they don't decide that after football they just want to live off the hands of other people.
I think one of the reasons why we decided to reach out to Mr. Benedict Akwebo was that I have been really interested in his life outside of football. I remember I met him a couple of times when he was in Nigeria, when he was at Atlant Football Club of Owerri. Met him like once in Jos, twice in Lagos, and all of that. And I think that dynamics of players, especially if you play in the Nigerian Premier Football League, just living on football, is changing. I know a couple of MPFL footballers right now that are in school. That are not just online courses, that are actually in school. I know a lot of them that have businesses. They have.
Wilfred didn't have to even go back to school.
I'm even talking of the one. I mean, ᴏᴏ went to Lautech. From
as
then
well,
he went back to UK to study.
To do his UFRB license.
He's the most badged. He has the most senior badge of any Nigerian
former players
right now that are former players. So I think that narrative is changing. Just like our guest said, see, NFL does not care about you. Even when you are playing, they hardly even care about you. You have injuries playing for the national team.
You cater for yourself.
Your club is responsible for you. Little wonder those clubs don't even want to release some of those players for national team engagement. But like I said, I know a lot of ex-footballers that have academies right now. I have a lot of footballers, active footballers that have, businesses, small businesses running for them. In fact, I know of a former Aqua United player, but retired as a Bender insurance player, that has a couple of cars that he's using for, one of these e-cabbies right now.
Exactly.
So I think a lot of them are understanding that outside of football,
there's life.
You can't tell me your life should end at 35.
Exactly.
At 30
what exactly do you want to be doing by that age?
What do you want to be doing for the rest of your life? So I think it's a big, example that some of these players are setting for the coming up players.
Exactly.
Because whether you like it or not, Nigerian players, MPFL based players are earning big right now. I know players that are earning 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million every month. Go and check the likes of
Alimi, Rabiu Ali as well.
Alimi, what's the name?
Sikir Alimi,
Rabiu Ali
as well.
Bernardo Voke. All of these guys are earning millions every month as MPFL players. So the times are changing. So they also need to know that, hey, I'm not going to be captain of Enyimba for life. I'm not going to be the striker for Remo Stars forever. We need to secure the future, and it's very important. And the message is it's been clear already. On the part of the leadership issues that we have, there's no gainsaying that fact. I know Benedict was trying to be a bit careful.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is as clear as black and white. It is daylight. We have problems with leadership in this country.
Exactly.
And it is not even sport alone, Tomiwa. It is across board.
Across board.
From politics to sport, even the corporate world, everywhere we have problems with leadership. And it does not affect just those people alone. It affects everyone around them. If you have a bad leader, it does not affect the leader himself. It affects the people that he's following. And that is why our football is in this state. We are now almost about the highest exporter of football in Italy. There's no league
at all
Agbatomi,
that you won't find Nigerians.
There's no league, my guy. League that those countries don't even have airports. I don't know how
the likes of Syria, Afghanistan, all of them.
I don't know how agents always get those places. Nigerian players are there. There was a time where a Nigerian striker was the highest goal scorer in the history of the J League. That's the Indian League.
Yeah.
The highest goal scorer in their history ever is a Nigerian player. So you have all of these, and you have players leaving the MPFL to go to Malta, to go to Syria, to go to Iraq,
to Afghanistan,
to play football.
India as well.
It's disturbing because the quality of our league has refused to improve.
To grow. Very true.
It's a lot of problem.
Very, very true. Well, anyways, let's talk to our callers. They've been calling. Yes, we open the phone lines very, very quickly. 0913-6000 410 0913-6000 410. Hello, good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Agbatomi.
Yeah. Wumi, good evening.
May I you?
Very well, boss.
You decide to show your boss to the side. You need to show him to the side.
I know.
I have to put him there, coming to make cameo appearance. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you did something wonderful. You put Aki in what's it called? What's it called? Absentia. And then you even it's not in the match day. It's not even on the top bench.
It's not even he ran away.
Don't worry, we'll play Europa League on Thursday.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah. Compliments.
Same to you.
Happy Independence Day to Nigeria, to all the over 2 million people of this country.
Thank you very much.
And the wonderful management of your esteemed radio station. The radio that has been entertaining us sport-wise, political-wise. So, Mr. Okpe, may the Lord continue to work you stronger.
Amen.
Okay. let me quickly chime in on Mr. Akwebu's postulations. I think while he's entitled to his views, there are some things he failed to realize. The dynamism of the Nigerian state sort of infiltrates every aspect of our national life. He was talking about leadership. You understand? We translate to every of our institutions. But here's my take, of which he alluded to. Once you are an ex-player, maybe you played in Europe for some period, you made money, you should be able to plan for your future. Case example, look at the present president of Liberia, Jᴏɪᴜ. He made Ballon d'Or, European Footballer of the Year. I think I was told in 1985. He got all the awards, and Africa had never gotten before while he was playing in Europe. He left Africa, the shores of Africa. He went to Cameroon. He was a bus conductor in Cameroon before he got to AC Milan. Now he's the president of a country, Liberia. After making it, so much so that his son is playing for the national team of USA. You understand? So that is the level of how you are going to think about your future, develop yourself. Reserve is a part of your. Look, he's talking about NFF taking care of Nigerian players. Does the EPL after they take care of the English players who are retired?
Yes, they do. There's a foundation.
Because they paid a lot of money.
Yes, true.
They made a lot of money while playing. A lot of girls going to investment. A lot of girls go to business. You understand? All over Europe, because the English league is standardized, they have investment, and the English is translated back decades before it became EPL as it is today. Because our an evolving football culture, and we all know very well that it has evolved to a particular level, and the economy, the macroeconomic aspect of Nigerian state, so much so has impacted our football that is affecting us in every aspect of our national life. So and that is why you cannot look at Mr. Okpe and you in the studio. If Okpe decides to say he's going to settle down and become a family man, how is it good? Will you say he's going to go with his kid and wife and go and watch a match in a venue, say Saturday or Sunday? How much is going to pay at mass venue? So much because most of these things is going to be good through gate tickets for the club. Because a lot of investment has to come to Nigeria through the clubs, and they have to display on their logos so that the clubs will be making money after the league, after this season. The clubs will pay an amount equal to their placement, just like it's done on EPL. There's a lot of consideration. So those special players have to put themselves in a position whereby they'll be able to reconsider them to be able to become chairman of the FA to their state where they belong. And that's why Akwebu did not look at that perspective. And that's why Okpe was trying to remind him when he talk of JJ at Delta State. These are issues that are very fundamental. And that's the issue that we need to work on to move Nigerian football forward and our sport generally.
Yeah,
that's our condition, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Wumi. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. Yes, you can still call us 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. Unfortunately, we missed one or two calls. Yes, you have another call on the show this evening. Hello, good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening, everybody.
Ufoma, good evening.
Ẹ
Amen.
For 3 anniversary.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Ufoma. Straight to the point.
Okay, straight to the point.
Yeah.
Looking at it, what is happening in Nigeria, from the president to the NFA, they are not the same. They are the same. They are no different at all. Do you know that when your guests mentioned that they are holding them, there was a day, if you know, what is this man's name from Brila FM? I want to remember, he always, Mawe Sabi. There was a day I was asking me during this program, is NFA holding? Do you know now they are holding $10,000 US? Do you know? Truly, we did not have leadership at all. If the retiree from England could be having the cheapest every month, if you have in NFA, some people will sit on it. Truly, that cheapest will not see the light of the day. Instead of cheapest to be going to those players, he will be going to those people in the NFA. No, I will teach you and all of it. truly, when we have leaders who we enjoy in this nation, the only problem we are having that we are not have a leader.
Thank you so much.
We have a leader since we work with.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ufuma. I appreciate that a lot. Yes, we have another call. Hello, good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Yemi.
Oh, good evening, boss.
I greet you.
I greet you, Baba.
Yemi. I greet you.
He's listening to you now. He's trying to call you now. He say,
Today's Agatomi show. I'm a guest on this show today. Today is Agatomi's show. I did alright. Good evening.
Yemi. And I Dampi the talk.
Dampi live.
I know you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I don't understand though. You want to send me? You want to send me?
Wait, my payment Wait, ma. Well, I just want to congratulate you guys. Thank you for that interview. It's Dampi from Igondo that's speaking.
Thank you very much.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Ufoma said it all. It is just leading. And even other Ben said that we lack that the management aspect, and we should try and be doing something from the grassroots so that we'll catch them young. You asked, I like that question. Okoyemi asked them. He said that why is it that they don't take players from the grassroots like those days, under 17, under 19, going up? Things have changed. I think we should start from that way, like they do it before. And they should be trying to be using those ex-international rather than bringing international person to come and coach us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dampi. I appreciate that a lot. I mean, it's been a very wonderful conversation talking about Nigerian history in terms of sport, how we've been able to achieve a whole lot, and it's been very interesting. If you're just joining us, we very much earlier we just had the conversation with former Nigerian international president of Benedict Agwebo, and yes, if you missed that, you can go on our Facebook page, yes, at Mainland 98.3 FM to see that particular one. We have comments and messages as well on Facebook. Adeni Udemes says, good evening guys, happy anniversary and happy independence to you and Nigeria. Please, why is it that only Italian coaches succeed in Chelsea? Di Matteo, Sarri, Conte, Ancelotti, and now Maresca. Anyways, yes, we also have Ricky also saying, breaking, Man United have won the appeal of Bruno Fernandes' red card versus Spurs. Bruno will be available for the next 3 games. Yeah, we have another caller.
What difference does he make?
I don't understand. Unfortunately, we are unable to pick that particular call. But okay, it's been a very wonderful one. I mean, we've been talking about Nigeria's sports history from 1960 up to date. But let's not forget as well that there are other games as well later tonight at the UEFA Champions. Hello, good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's the name?
Yeah, it's Okpe from Ibadan.
Okpe from Ibadan.
Yeah.
All right, talk to us live. You're live on Sport Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM.
I totally agree with you. And with all what?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think I totally agree that the problem is.
Maybe you should call us back. Okay, let's just talk very quickly about the games. The biggest game for tonight just has to be PSG up against Arsenal. We also have another big game as well, Bayer Leverkusen as well up against AC Milan. But before we talk about that, let's just take a look at other games as well tonight. Borussia Dortmund will be up against Celtic. PSV as well will be up against Sporting Lisbon. We also have 2 games that started already. Talking about RB Salzburg up against Brest. Brest has already scored at the moment and they are already in the second half as well. The second game that started already is VfB Stuttgart up against Sparta Prague as well, and currently it's being played with both sides already scoring as well. But other games as well later tonight, Slovan Bratislava up against Manchester City set for 8 p.m. Barcelona as well will be looking to return back to winning ways at the UEFA Champions League after that late loss to Monaco at last time out as well. Inter Milan up against Crvena Zvezda later tonight as well. Shakhtar Donetsk, that will be tomorrow. But okay, let's just very quickly, we are pressed for time. What are your predictions ahead of these big games for tonight?
Big games, no doubt about that. This is Champions League back at the Emirates again. and I'm lucky for Arsenal. 6 of their 7 games will be at the Emirates Stadium. And then the first game wasn't exactly what they wanted.
Exactly.
They were lucky enough to get off with a draw, but they play against a PSG that is not as consistent as you would expect. They don't have Kylian Mbappe anymore. Ousmane Dembele is also out of the side.
And don't
forget also that Mikel Arteta got his breakthrough as a professional footballer as a 17-year-old playing for PSG. That period they played with the likes of Jᴏɪᴏ Oᴘᴇɪ, Ronaldinho, and a few of them. So it's more like a reunion. I remember also that when Arsenal brought in Unai Emery, it was just sacked from PSG.
Exactly.
So there's a whole lot of energy attached to this game, and I'm sure Arsenal would also want to get a win, and that will give them 4 points in that group, because as it is now, they have only 1 point, no goals scored yet, none conceded. It's a big game. And of course, another big game is AC Milan Bayer Leverkusen. Very big game,
huge game.
Bayer Leverkusen got a good victory in their first leg, 4-0. AC Milan lost at the San Siro to Liverpool by 3 goals. So
2-1.
AC Milan will certainly want to get up there tonight. And for Bayern, they've also been, in and out, but it's Bayern. A 40 victory in the first leg. I think it was 7, if I'm not mistaken, in the first leg. But we're not sure if Harry Kane is going to be,
playing this particular one,
Hey, for AC Milan, they've got to find a way to stop Bayer Leverkusen. They've got to find a way to stop Florian Wirtz at the moment. Our own Victor Boniface, Yemi Teller, Frimpong. These guys are good. Even though they've been inconsistent in the league, but the Champions League, their first Champions League, got a 4-0 victory.
Very huge and impressive.
They will certainly want to consolidate on that first game one.
First game, yeah.
For Barcelona, it's a bit tricky. They lost against Monaco, got back into winning ways, lost over the weekend against by 4 goals against Osasuna. So they will certainly want to get up there and make sure that they pick up their first point or points in the Champions League tonight. So it's a whole lot of games, Tommy.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of games. Do well to see all of those games if you have a chance. But then just before we leave, guys, we are pressed for time. We here now that talking about the Under-17 Women's World Cup. Head coach Bankole Olokere has now released a 21-woman Flamingos roster for this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup finals in Dominican Republic. We have midfielder Afolabi, who lead the midfield alongside Faridat Abu Wahab, Shakirat Moshood, and Ayomide Rotimi. With first choice goalkeeper Christiana Uzoma also having the likes of Sylvia HFO and Elizabeth Boniface, pushing her to her best all the time. Yes, we also saw the likes of Taiwo Adegoke leading 6 other defenders, the likes of Amoni Chidi are also leading forwards as well, including Effiong, and of course the captain has been selected and listed ahead of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The captain is Taiwo Afolabi, and also inspiration and sensational forward Amoni Chidi. Anyways, it's been a wonderful one. Thank you so much for joining us, for listening to us. You want to say something?
Arsenal's starting 11 is out.
It's out already.
As expected in goal is David Raya, Julian Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Calafiori, Rice, Thomas Partey, Leandro Trossard, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Kai Havertz is starting for them. Yes. Barcelona's team list is also out. There's so much to look out for tonight, guys.
Telling you.
Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Up next, DJ Gabiti, who will be here. I'm telling you, he's going to bring you all excitement, talking about music, and by the dawn of 8 p.m. it's going to be Sport Banter. Yes, the best female show on radio. Promises to be very, very exciting. Please stay with us and go nowhere. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening. Goodbye.